Now, in big news, I'll let Mr. Freemasonry Reddit mod talk about this interesting thread that came up on Reddit this week.
Ooh, yes, we did have an interesting thread. So if any of you are familiar with a certain Shodab, you may have seen him on a few television shows. He's written a couple of books. Nice guy. Anyway, one of his books, Solomon's Bill, a very, 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 very interesting little secret. Now, we Freemasons love our codes. We get kind of geeked out about codes, and so a Redditor decided to post a comment on it and said, I was looking at the back of the book, and all of a sudden I saw these certain letters were brighter than the others, and I just needed to take a look, and then all of a sudden the letters said, "Asen, don't trust him." And of course, with the Mason, don't trust him. Now, what do you guys think? Do you think this was intentional?
All right, so you guys should be able to see that on the YouTube page. So sorry for the podcast listeners, but I've got my own copy here, and I know Robert went out and bought his on Amazon Prime once he found out. Um,
I
Plain
did.
as day on the back of the book. It's
Yeah,
about a little write up of what the book is about, and as closer examination reveals, the entire textual font is gray for each letter, except for certain letters which are just shaded white. People thought, well, maybe they're bolded, but if you're looking really close, they just basically went from gray to white on certain letters, and you can see them circled there.
yeah, and it's totally legit. I mean, I went up on it with a light and a microscope, like type glasses, and it's so legit. It's really kind of funny. There's a plain huge difference in the letters. Like it's like if you look up close at the old comic books, how they shade things with dots. Every letter is like that. That's gray, except the circled ones, completely white. Um, I think it's a wonderful marketing ploy. You might the same thing happened. I saw this. I was like, I gotta have it, right? I'm gonna go check it out myself. So I sure enough
Yeah,
went and spent a couple bucks and got it on Amazon. Um, Amazon Smile, Shriners Hospital charity.
exactly.
But yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's been speculated, as you said, the text is Asen don't trust high, so you would think that there would be an M at the front and the end, and I guess you could look at possibly the first M being in a different color font got overwritten, right? So as they bolded Solomon's Builders, they lost that formatting. So maybe this first M should have been the first letter, and then if you go and look for another M at the end of this sentence, well, the first sub-bullet, Masonic connections to national monuments, that M may have been slated to be the final M. So yeah, I mean, I think it's just a spurious publisher.
Well, and,
Right.
well, and that's the thing is actually the first comment on the Reddit post from user Marcio the Great. Mr. Hodab just sent me another email. Looks like he checked the book for himself and confirmed that he sees these words too, and that he will be speaking to his publisher. So I guess he does. I mean, at least according to this redditor who seems to be in contact with him, he also seems to intimate that he agrees as well. So
I mean,
it's very interesting.
this was published in 2007.
The longest game I've ever seen played. Holy crap!
What's funny is we were talking a little bit before the show, and the two speculations that I think the guys here tonight, and I would love to hear what Jason has to say. Unfortunately, he's not here tonight. That's why I'm wearing the bow tie in Jason's honor here.
Oh,
Um, so the two speculations are marketing ploy. You see this, you've got to go out and get it, read the whole book, see if you see anything in there. Or number two, uh, maybe the guy who did the proofing for the cover and back art, a little malicious and doesn't like Masons, maybe.
mhm.
I like the second story. I like the second version better.
It's juicier.
I know.
Secrets.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not uncommon. I think Hodep himself may have done that for an earlier book, and Dan Brown for like the Da Vinci Code, I believe it was the Da Vinci Code, put a Masonic Pigpen cipher subtly in the back of one of his books, and so that led you to a clue to the next book. So
There's-
those things are done on purpose. I don't
I'm-
think this one was.
I'm not gonna go and tell you guys the details because I'll leave it for a mystery. You guys go out and check it out. But there's a book by some guy named Hogan who wrote a book on alchemy, and it's one of his more rare books. There are illuminated letters that spell out certain things, and if you guys check it out, and that was done intentionally. It's pretty cool.
Favorite comment. Somebody call Nick Cage. There's a mystery afoot.